And thank you, Selamat Siang. Very happy to be here and to be able to meet the fishermen who do really hard work. It is really hard. We can see that the conditions are tough, that people can be up in the sea for up to 70 days in a row. So very tough conditions, and in such an environment it's very important for European consumers to know that there are labor standards. Europeans are more and more interested in knowing how the product was fished, how it was produced, how it was manufactured, how the good was harvested. So for that, they will always have a preference for products from countries with higher labor standards. So the partnership here is that the EU taxpayer funds the ILO to support the government's commitment to raise the labor standards for the most vulnerable population.
Okay, so in the future, what areas maybe you're gonna leverage your cooperation between EU and Indonesia related to this partnership?
Well, the key negotiation that is ongoing in this partnership is the negotiation for a free trade agreement. So in the draft agreement, we are working on it, it's not finished yet, but in the draft we have a chapter on trade, sustainability and labor standards. So we want to make sure that our joint trade, so how we sell and buy from each other, is conducive to better social standards both in Europe and Indonesia. So we want, through this trade partnership, to increase the added value of the product that come from Indonesia. So higher value product, more money for Indonesians, but this has to be spread more evenly among workers.
Okay, so and talking about the blue economy, how does the EU plan to leverage partnership with Indonesia further promote the blue economy?
So we promote blue economy in international fora in terms of norms, but also in our partnership. So let me start with the norms. There is a UN Convention on the Law of the Sea, UNCLOS, and we really partner with Indonesia to make sure that everyone is aware and respects it. Not everyone respects, or people have different understanding. So the first thing is to make sure that this international convention is respected by all. Then we work together in specialized fora like the Indian Ocean Tuna Commission, that is used to regulate stocks and maximize the revenues from fisheries. So it's all about sustainability. And then in our partnership, we have a couple of roadmaps. We call it our Indo-Pacific strategy, or our partnership and cooperation agreement that gives us possibilities to have projects. And ILO is one of these projects where we partner together with full ownership of the government and try to support efforts. So we have Global Gateway, which is about connectivity, and if we can do further projects, we will certainly look into it very seriously.
Central Java and Tegal in particular have been really at the forefront of taking action in the interests of protecting not just migrant fishers, but fishers. It's a huge industry which gives jobs to many, many people and is vital for the economy and the growth of the area. So what I really think is really important in ILO fields is that it's not just about showing to the outside world about the economic gains, but also showing how important it is to protect workers working in some of the most difficult circumstances. We saw how long they go out to sea, their living conditions. It's not the best fancy job, of course not. So I think in that sense, this was a really real experience, but one that really gave us confidence that the Indonesian authorities, and certainly the authorities here in Tegal, are committed to taking the lead in terms of working collaboratively with other people, other entities. So we saw today inspection from Manpower Ministry, and we also saw inspection from Fisheries and Marine Ministry. That type of collaboration is hand in hand. Those that know about fishing and those that know about workers and working conditions and safety and health on board vessels. So this was a very important reason why we chose Tegal and this port visit. And we will also actually be seeing another gem, I think, coming from Tegal, which is a migration or migrant resource center, which is also again an attempt to do a collaboration with those that have the interests of workers in mind, namely workers' organizations, SBMI, working closely with, again, the manpower, the fisheries, the inspections, port authorities, harbor master, you name it. So these people will, this Migrant Resource Center is also something to showcase, where they provide services that help prevent the kind of exploitation that migrant fishers might have if they go on board. So I think you see both sides of working for Indonesian fishers, their safety, their well-being, and then also how we can prevent the worst forms of exploitation of workers, especially those that might be migrant fishers.
Kawan-kawan dari pada kunjungan ini mencerminkan dukungan dan perhatian. Tentu Tuhan Yang Maha Kuasa, bahkan berkolaborasi, bekerja sama, bersatu.
Blue and white tents, so it's the colors of the European Union, so we feel at home here. I would like to thank also.
What is really what matters and is the heart of what we try to do. So thank you so much, and I'm very excited myself to visit.
Selanjutnya kepada Kepala Dinas Tenaga Kerja dan Transmigrasi Provinsi Jawa Tengah.
Bayaran sih double. Bukan disawet.
Tadi,